rest a nice Friday evening and a lovely, well, let's say Saturday morning. It's already 5 p.m. so you know the day flies, especially if you're off. I hope you've been enjoying it. So let's see here the bans. We saw Drakur on Rise yesterday. He's a menace, so for sure the ban makes sense. And Eversio still don't want to play against the Riven from Astra. Fair enough. Vi getting a ban here for Varsal. The lockdown the champion offers, the damage, the tankiness, the objective control. This champion has it all to keep you secured in the early to mid game. So a very good ban there. Shen kind of similar, very good in lane and very hard to play around, right? Any play you do, you need to keep thinking, does Shen have ult? Will he turn this fight? So let's see. Yes, Lemon. He did. Mela, Yunara banned for Ventus. We saw he was very strong on it as well. And Berserk do not like to play the Sejuani. This champion does a lot of damage, has good CC, decent clear. So overall it provides that front line, right? Berserk lock in the first pick Talia, but Syndra is available. And I think they've learned their mistake from yesterday. They went first pick Syndra against Drakur, as Drakur does play it a lot, which I assume is what Eversio will lock in here, but we'll see. But when they did, Drakur went Yasuo and kind of dominated the lane, kind of unplayable. So Berserk have learned that lesson and now they're adapting, right? So they went for the Talia first pick, Eversio lock in the Ziggs bot lane and Yasuo mid lane, and now Berserk have time to respond. So what do you go against the Ziggs? They had Corki yesterday, it did not work out for them. Eventually Ziggs becomes very good scaling. I wonder what solution they've come up with today for this. I think Smolder is perhaps a decent choice, but alright, we're going in for the Varus, fair enough. So we go for the Varus. Of course, the wind wall from Yasuo yesterday, we saw Azakana perform a flash wind wall to deny the Talia ult. It can also stop the Varus ult, so we need to think about that as well when coming to team fights. So will Varus be the answer to Ziggs? And now let's see, what will we go for the mid lane against Yasuo? Does Annie get played? Do we play Annie? We play Yon, okay. So Anselm yesterday played Yon against Azakana's Yasuo. We know Azakana's a good Yasuo and they had a very close fight. I still stand by the information I gave yesterday. Yasuo should win the early game. And Yon then eventually outscales. But of course, if Yon can pick up some kills early game, it's always nice. Eversio locking in the Wukong. It was banned yesterday, but today it makes it through. Wukong Yasuo, a strong combination, of course. The only problem is that Wukong is a bit it needs time to scale, it needs time to get to 6. So any jungle champion that can take advantage of that early game can always do well into the Wukong. Something like perhaps the Jarvan, Xin Zhao, stuff like that, right? So let's see here, next Vans, Karma for Eversio. They don't want Fabianski playing Karma Varus, a very strong poke heavy combination, right? And we also see Rakan, and I think this is a very good ban because Wukong is offering you that engage. Yasuo makes sure it stays, and we saw it yesterday, right? If Yasuo lands a Q3, we see the Rakan engage in and get like the charm and the knockup and all that stuff, right? So Rakan, very strong champion when you already have pretty good engage overall. I think something that everyone can kind of learn from Eversio is that for like the last 3 years, everyone's kind of stuck to their champions, which tends to speak volumes to all the people that kind of play a lot of champions. Sometimes it's not necessary. If you're strong on like a couple of champions, you play those champions and you can still find a wide range of success, right? So Eversio here really doubling down on this AoE CC team fight comp here with Rel locked in. We notice here that Nami was banned there as a deterrent. Now here is where Berserk go Janna and completely ruin Eversio's day. Or not. We saw Janna yesterday against Ziggs, but... Or Milio, hey, Milio's available. Milio counters Rel. So there it is. Renata would also be an extremely strong pick here, by the way, but... I don't know if Fabianski plays it. But yeah, Renata is like absolute 1v9 in this match. But I don't know why in Malta, like, no one plays this champion. It's very strong support in these kind of scenarios. So, let's see. Last pick here from Berserk. What will we have in the top lane for Astra? Will he go for the Olaf again? Or the Malphite? Okay. Alright, alright. I am so about the Malphite, but I mean, it's Malphite, right? So you always get value, but my reasoning is that like Eversio don't have like a traditional AD carry, right? So the Malphite will have to exclusively almost ult the Yasuo or Wukong, and both are like relatively hard targets to hit, right? And this Malphite pick aligns Iglos for picking Rumble top lane. Rumble with all this CC and setup is gonna have the easiest game of his life. Berserk will benefit them to completely gank top lane like 2 million times before this game finishes, but let's see. So, who's excited to see the match? I'm really hopeful Berserk win the first one. I know, improbably perhaps, but like, hopefully they learn from their mistakes. I'm gonna be rooting for them all the way. Every kill they get, I'm gonna be double shouting, you know. Eversio are pretty much been winning all across the board, and we've supported them, you know. When it comes to foreign tournaments, Eversio all the way. Locally, they are the final boss, you know, the nemesis to a team sort of escalating greathood, right? So taking down Eversio is definitely a hallmark for anything to be recognized locally, I would say. Something happened in the lobby, let's see. Okay. So let's talk a bit about these matchups. Malphite against Rumble. So we know that Malphite typically doesn't really do well against mages, right? But in this case, Rumble does really well against melee champions specifically. He also shreds your magic resist. So it's I want to give hope here for Astra on the Malphite, but it's gonna be a hard matchup. We expect him to drop like 20 to 30 CS, and then maybe, you know, maybe going for a nice little gank play. We've seen him do the teleport thing, you know, to the tri-brush behind enemy lines, and then like kind of getting some tempo of that. We've seen him do that in a couple of games, and we might see him do it in this game, you know. Hopefully he doesn't go too far behind, because like I said, if Rumble gets fed this game, is gonna be very hard for Berserk, okay? Their backline is very low mobility with Varus, Milio, and even Yone to some extent. Of course, Yone can ult, but you know, that ult is best used in situations, etc. And if he ults forward, you're ulting into Wukong, Yasuo, Rel. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is, if Rumble is very strong, he has 3 members of his team that can set him up to have a really nice ult, right? So we need to be careful here. Top lane is gonna be a weak point, and it's definitely something that Berserk need to play around. Hopefully Astra can pilot this situation. In the jungle role, Talia versus Wukong. Talia has the advantage here. She clears faster, has better early game tempo, and in general can definitely outmaneuver Wukong early game. Wukong scales a lot better, and generally then has maybe a better level 6 presence in team fights, and especially with the kind of team they have, right? Talia synergizes not so much here. Perhaps with Varus through poke, and if Malphite lands an ult, she can land WE, right? And she can try to deny the engage from Rel, Wukong, Yasuo, right? So she's more of a utility-based champion here. Up to stuff to get to a farming point to make a lot of damage, maybe one shot the Yasuo or the Rumble, and you know, provide that poke, provide those early game ganks that Wukong cannot provide. Oh, I accidentally put a delay on the lobby. My bad. So we have 2 minutes to talk, so I don't need to rush this. Good. So moving on to the mid lane, Yone versus Yasuo. Typically, Yasuo has the advantage just because of the passive shield. Yone has a shield, but it's on his W, while Yasuo can kind of generate it more often. The dashes on E as well tend to do a bit more damage than what Yone's E can provide in lane, and yeah, and then wind wall for Q3, etc. So there's a lot of ways like Yasuo can play his level 3 abilities into Yone, but then when it comes to scaling, just because then Yone's passive, then it's the battle of passives. Yone's passive and his E and his ult, tend to have more agency, especially like from Fog of War, right? Like Yasuo needs a bit of setup, while Yone can kind of like blow everything in like one combo, right? So definitely a skilled matchup, not really extremely favored in one way or the other, but normally that's how it's seen, right? And these two would usually face off in the side lane, so if any of them fall behind extremely, either team would have trouble in the side lane. So this could be as well a place where we would want some ganks. The place where Berserk are kind of chilling is potentially bot lane here. Varus Milio against Rel. Ziggs should have a pretty easy time, especially early game. Ziggs, once again, like he needs to get that recall, needs to get that lost chapter, and Milio kind of denies Rel's engage in theory, right, with his Q. Varus poke can bring Rel relatively low, so she can't really enter or start engages in the bot lane, and then they just permanently shove the wave. Hopefully find an invade with the Talia right into the Wukong's jungle because he's very weak, and then we can start dominating the bot lane from an invade. Maybe go gank middle a couple of times, recall, gank top lane, full clear, gank bot, stuff like that. So we'll see. So I'm being hopeful, of course. Come on, Berserk, you're facing the final boss. Let's see how the ICTSA clash treats you. Now they've already been playing for 3 minutes because we're on spectator delay. How exciting, huh? Oi, oi, oi. My bad. Usually there's no delay, but for today, accidents happen. Let's see. Skin difference. Nope, everyone's on killer skins. Maybe Nightbringer, Yasuo here, outpacing a bit the competition. It's a bit quiet without music, right, guys? Because normally we're in the game and we're hearing welcome to Summoner's Rift by now. And this is why you don't add spectator delay. Well, at least we have 0 MS, right? There we go. Was scaring me for a bit, but we are now in it. Welcome to Summoner's Rift. Yes, this is Eversio, and this is Berserk, guys. I imagine you guys at home are clapping for your favorite team. Go Berserk, go Eversio. Good luck, have fun, and the spirit of competition. I think a tournament without Eversio would literally be like without heart, As an aspiring team, it should always be of great respect to play against Eversio, as you will definitely sharpen your skills, and learn from the best, If you want a challenge, that's where you improve. You have to face the best. Now Drakur is no Azakana, Anselm, and let's hope you don't find out soon here. We see Drakur opting to go for exhaust as well, similar to what Azakana took, while Anselm has his ignite. Fabianski definitely comfortable on the Emilio, his most played champion. You can see him hitting a lot more auto attacks in between. Look at that domination, completely holding the lane on his own. Stay back, Iconic, stay back, Awaken. I am Fabianski. Oi, oi, oi. Definitely more aggressive here this time round in the bot lane. Ansel, no, the cannon minion. It's a shame we got that on camera. Look at the difference today, playing into the Ziggs. Berserk have Awaken at half health here. Now they have to be wary of the engage from Iconic here, and that Varsal is parting towards this direction. Let's see, I'm curious if junglers go for the Scuttle Crab or opt to gank bot first. Will we get a big fight here in the bot lane soon? Let's see it here, Iconic. Takes a lot of damage, Stav was here to deal it. Ventus, Fabianski are here, the flash forward from Ventus. Can he get one more auto? No, he can't. And now here comes Varsal and Drakur. Anselm can't really chase the heal used for the move speed. And we're kiting back now. Does Anselm chase is the question. Pings are coming through. And Stav wants to fight for it. The smite is there. And Stav secures the Scuttle Crab. And now we're giving chase. The W's landed the stun on Drakur. The Q fails from Fabianski. And Drakur forced to flash here. Well done, Berserk here. We get the Scuttle Crab. We trade one flash here on Ventus. And Anselm once more. He's blood hungry. He tries to get Varsal. And he chunks him low enough for Staff to pick up that double Scuttle. Berserk are not messing around today. Let's keep up this tempo. Alright, Drakur dashes in. He does not have flash. Anselm still has his ignite. Now Stav opting to stay on the map here, and so does Varsal. Both junglers will be having a very delayed recall. We see Iconic there on the ward. He's hovering the mid lane just in case Anselm goes in. We see the Hex Flash used over the wall. Meanwhile, Astra doing not too bad here. He is down 10 CS. We'd come to expect at least a 20 to 30 CS deficit coming out of lane. And he should be able to pick that up if Anselm is not is having a good game here. A nice Malphite ult will set him up to deal a lot of damage. Fun fact, Anselm has never played a game of Yone in his life. Look at Fabianski there, using the Melia Q to deny the engage there from Iconic. Now, Awakened during the midst of that fight was farming all along. And you can start seeing a bit of difference here in the CS. We are currently 13 CS down here in the bot lane. An engage happens here. Stav is here to respond. Fabianski gets taken low, but he's in safety. Berserk a bit lost on who to attack. Iconic has no flash. Let's keep that in mind. But Eversio, they seem to have the answer always in their pocket here. And Stav might get a bit too hesitant here. He's forced to flash. As Iconic would get the knock up there. But Ziggs W satchel charge there sets up Drakur's ult. And Eversio land the first blood. How do they do it? It might look like magic, guys, but they're just considering it in the play, right? So they're doing the engage and they say, hey, the jungler might be here. So they play accordingly with their abilities. Otherwise, they just don't take the engage, right? So yeah. But yeah, Stav there perhaps getting a bit too ahead of himself. They're going for the plant. We see Astra here ulting forward, trying to get the wave. To get a couple of tower shots there. He does manage to get Eyeglass's flash there in the end. A nice little play there, exchanging the Malphite ult for the flash. We see stuff here around town. And Iconic was here to respond. Seems like Dragon is the priority objective here. Stav's top side camps are still available for him. My curiosity is, does he go for the camps or is he going to set up Dragon? He will be crossing and going to his top side camps here. We see Fabianski recalling, going to meet Ventus in the bot lane. It does give time for Iconic though to de-ward, drop some wards in this jungle area and try and get a bit of vision for this Dragon. And Astra with the solo play into the rumble. Holy! He might be down in CS but not in skills. And we doubted his Malphite into the rumble. Come on, man. See Ansem here engaging in a trade against Drakur. The Q3 used to dash away from the knockup. And Anselm is running away. Eversio give chase. Keep in mind, Varsal has the Cyclone now. And they do spot Stav on the Void Grubs. A grub is secured currently by Berserk. Astra is around town to provide support. But Varsal can get a big Cyclone and flashes forward. Stav is taken low. He gets the knock away. And the Cyclone does not connect. But he has enough range with his Q to drop Stav. And here comes Anselm trying to find Drakur. He does get the kill. It's a 2-for-1 exchange. But this should secure grubs for Eversio. Well, it's a 2-for-1 actually. Or 2-for-none. How does that work? Oh yeah, they just got it now. Okay, yeah. So it's a 2-for-1 grubs. 2 kills there. I mean, net positive for Eversio though, giving 2 kills to this Wukong, and he did clear his top side camps before. So he's not losing tempo for it. It also sets him up for a nice dragon. He'll have Trinity Force soon. Eversio scaling nicely here. Let's see here. Berserk want to play for Dragon here. We don't have the Own ult. And Eversio don't have Cyclone from Wukong. Varsal's keeping up in his clearing here. Stav is dropping a lot of time here into map control. But he's still ahead in minions. Just goes to show how fast this Talia's clearing. And Eversio set up for the dragon here. They have a Iconic on the side. Drakur drops the ward as well for giving some vision. Now Varsal is spotted on the dragon. It's still at 3k health. We see Eyegloss crossing the map here. And Anselm finds Eyegloss. He drops the ult as well. It's a smite fest. Who's gonna get it? And Stav walks away with the smite. Iconic flashes forward and they do find Stav. But hey, I think he's gonna die in dignity there. He gets the smite steal. And he finishes his item as well. Berserk walk away cleanly there. For those that missed it as well, Eyegloss went down in that oh no, he didn't go down. My bad, my bad. But Drakur did. A nice little exchange there between Astra and Anselm. Bringing the heat. Berserk, keep up this momentum. We can't lose this tempo, guys. Keep up the aggression, halt the mistakes, farm up, and start playing together. Let's see it here. Iglos is getting to that point where Astra can't really keep handling him with tossing Qs, but the patience on this man is exceptional. He keeps waiting for that passive shield, trading slowly, and eventually he gets there. Boom, dodges the missile. Pretty much dodgeball in top lane. Let's see. Today, Drakur went for the Berserker Greaves over the Omnivan boots. I really like Fabianski's tracking today. He's really matching Iconic's roaming. Every time we see Iconic, Fabianski is there, just in case. He knows his abilities can come in handy. And CS has equalized in the bot lane. Ventus manages to crawl his way back to the same CS level. Let's see it here. Drakur Alt Varsal is here. He can drop the Cyclone, but the Yonal gets him to safety. Anselm. He even uses the E to pick off a couple more CS there. What a player. Nice buy stuff there to hold the mid lane, but he needs to be careful here. He's using the Q to see if there's anyone in the bush, but he still goes in a bit too early. Anselm though managing to trade kills, and I'll take that any day. A kill on my mid laner instead of a kill on my jungler. Holy, both junglers here going down. Anselm coming back with a full Blade of the Ruined King. Drakur is in trouble. Drakur definitely starting to feel the heat here. Yone does scale a lot better, so as we said, if Drakur is gonna be in this state in the lane, it's only gonna get more and more hard from here. The only saving grace is the combination of CC that Eversio have. We know their team fighting prowess is very good. Can Berserk keep up this aggression, keep up this tension? Let's see. So far the game relatively equal, but the kills are on the right individual, and the rumble isn't too fed. But once that rumble gets going, this is gonna get a lot harder for Berserk. I'm surprised as to the low agency that's been given to Iglos today. I would assume they know if he hits 2 items, this game's pretty much over. But Drakur has gotten a lot of ganks from Iconic. See here, we find stuff, or should I say Eversio find him, and Fabianski flashes away the heal, giving him just enough move speed to edge out of the zigzag center there. Stav really needs to be careful of his positioning. He's dropped the ball a couple of times this match, and I hope he doesn't hold Berserk back from the win. And now Anselm is not expecting this. There's 3 people in river. You have to come to expect the gank. Eversio are known for doing this. They cluster up and they gank together. Anselm forced to flash. Astra now in some trouble. Eversio are turning on the heat of their own. And Iglos flashing himself but cannot get the last auto. All this chaos sets up a nice Hextech Dragon for Eversio here. And they do equalize in dragons. That's a 1k power play there. Alright, Ansel pretty much taking out the trash or taking out Drakur. It looked like it had the same energy, you know, that play. Like Drakur appears and Anselm is like and that's it. Bye bye. Oi oi oi. Anselm is a problem, eh? Alright, Varsal. He gets ignited. That damage. One more Q will have done it. He did not get it. We'll see Rift Herald here secured by stuff. So if I was Berserk, what would I want right now? Let's see. So gold wise, we're about equal. Of course, the outliers being mid lane for Berserk at the moment. Big item spikes. Are we sitting on any? I think what I would want here is we don't use Zhonya's on stuff yet. And we wait for Ansem to finish his second item. The moment that happens, boom. I want to go dive bot lane, get a turret, and start making a play towards Baron. Something like this, you know? We really need to try and find a fight here while Ansem is strong. Meanwhile, Eversio are trying to think about the same thing. They find Fabianski and stuff here, but Ansem is here to respond. The damage is here. And Ansem turns the fight, and here comes Astra to respond. Varsal goes down too. That's 3 kills for none. Berserk are on fire. And Iglos here to respond. The ult is dropped. That's a double kill for Anselm. That's 4 kills for none. And Awaken is in bot lane. Firing up. And that's it. That's it, Berserk. They find a really great play here. Potentially 2 turrets. A lot of gold. The swing here was a 4k gold swing, guys. Absolute insanity. Eversio were up 1k before this play. Eversio are counting their lucky stars. It's a fearless draft. And Yon won't be available in the next one. Oh, Ventus almost smells the tip of Iconic's spear, but the flash gets him to safety. What would League of Legends be without flash, I wonder? How would this game's meta look like? So very big power spikes here for Berserk. It would suit them well to start playing towards the Baron. No comment, Mick, no comment. They're very strong here at the moment. 2 item spikes here, BF sword as well for Anselm. If they give Eversio any space here, I mean, Awaken's finished his second item. Drakur will soon finish his second as well. It's a small gap they have. Otherwise, it would be best to wait out for your third items and then fight the Baron. Let's see. What do they decide? The good thing for Eversio here is that a lot of comfort champions were picked in this match. The Talia for Stav, Ventus on Varus, Fabianski's Milio, Yon for Anselm. And they won't be available in the next one. I mean, not to say unsimilar about Eversio, to be honest. Wukong for Varsal, Drakur's Yasuo. Even Ziggs for Awaken won't be available. Alright, the next dragon here is started. We see Ictsa teleporting in. It would be smart for Berserk to drop this and not fight for it. They have a good lead. They need to take fights that are in their... Well, they essentially started them themselves, right? And they can take... And this is what I mean with a really unmobile backline here. Ventus gets the full brunt of that Rumble ult. But thanks to the help from Milio, he can able to get out of that one. Meanwhile, Anselm here gets ganked. The Cyclone does not connect. A great use of abilities here from Anselm. Astra teleports in. The combination of CC and damage from top lane and mid lane. Drakur ults here. Iconic is trying to respond. The tower is dealing a lot of damage. And Berserk disengages that one. Astra flashes out. And Eversio back off. So a kill and a bot lane turret here. What a swing here from Anselm and Astra. Did you guys see that Anselm used Yon's E to dodge Cyclone first, and then as soon as it's about to hit, he uses the unstoppable CC from the ultimate to deflect the knock-up. Amazing. Great use of abilities here. Definitely caught Varsal off guard. What I really like about Berserk is they're identifying how Eversio are communicating right now. They're saying, you know what, this Anselm guy has a big shutdown, you know, we really need to get him. If we see him on the map, you know, better send support. And Berserk are like, you know, I'm gonna go on side lane. You need to hover me, guys, because they're gonna take me down. And hover him they did. And it's turning out into great plays after great plays. So now here we see Eversio all on this side. Ventus throws the ult, it does not connect. Keep in mind, Anselm does not have teleport, and so doesn't Drakur. Drakur can't really handle, no one can really handle Anselm right now on side lane. So Berserk can take their sweet time here. No real need to rush the Baron. But we see Anselm recalling, he has a full Infinity Edge, guys. Third item complete here. Any fight Berserk take, they'll win it. Any fight. Let's see here. What are the decisions they make? Do they want to start Baron? Eversio have a full AoE comp. The Baron does reduce your resistances. There's wards everywhere here. Berserk are getting pinged. Fabianski is here, provides the trinket value. On the side, Ventus better be careful not to take too much poke damage from Awaken, as Berserk really want to take this next fight. There's a lot of posturing going around here. Anselm back into the top lane. We need to be careful here. We have the advantage. Let's not let it go. Ictsa is scared to approach this bush. Meaning they don't have vision at the moment of Anselm. Let's see, we see Astra there recalling, potentially to buy his next item. Alright, Ventus is the main engaged choice from Eversio. The Milio ult does manage to get him to safety. That's Ziggs ult and Rumble ult used before the team fight. No flashes, no ults used from Berserk except the Milio ult. This is a great time to start Baron. Berserk, please start Baron. Oh my gosh, come on, man. They're really playing it respectfully, but Anselm might get caught. No? Okay, good. They're taking really a lot of time, but I mean, Eversio just blew 2 core ultimates. That's literally all their damage, guys. You just fight them if they come to Baron. Yeah. Okay. I don't know. I mean, I understand the philosophy here. They're saying we're strong. Let's wait for Eversio to try and pull the trigger. Or fight for maybe Dragon here. Oh! Fabianski getting tickled there by Awaken. Let's see, I'm curious what Eversio do. Do they give up this dragon? They should know they don't win this. They're posturing like they want to play it. There's the Rumble ult. And dragon is secured. Iglos dealing a lot of damage to Astra. The trigger is pulled, Cyclone is there, Anselm ults out. And they're gonna be leaving stuff out to dry. So Berserk trade dragon for their jungler. I'm not really sure how we lost that. And they should have accounted for Eversio coming in, dragging the dragon out a bit more so they can have a straight line for the fight. And Eversio know well not to hold back here. They pull the trigger to go for Baron. We see Astra teleporting in though. And Anselm flashes forward. Iglos is the first to fall. Ventus gets the kill. Iconic force to flash. Astra teleport. Oh, Malphite ults in. And Anselm is legendary here with another kill on Iconic. Berserk still got it. The patience is paying off. And it looks like it's time to start Baron here potentially. Talia can ult into the fight. We didn't see that one, Anselm. But I did. I know what you just did right now. But we're not gonna talk about it. Ay ay ay. This is Berserk. Don't count them out yet. There's the Baron. Secured, done and dusted. Now, if I was Eversio, what would I want to do? You kind of are forced to drag out the game right here. You don't want to give up too much, you don't want to engage on this Baron. You kind of need Drakur to have at least 2 more items, Wukong to finish an item, or maybe Rumble to pick up another item. And that's when you can really fight. You want to find Anselm first, and Ventus second potentially. If they can do that, Windwall the Varus ult as well, it's gonna be a significantly different experience here. Anselm finding some damage onto Iglos. Some chip takes him to half health. Just goes to show how ahead of the curve he is in terms of his damage at the moment. Ventus playing the poking game with Awaken. I like this play from Berserk. They split up their resources here to be able to attack 2 lanes at the same time. They're looking to pull the trigger here with Astra in the front line. That tower, ooh, that's a big auto attack from Astra. And down goes the turret. The inhibitor is exposed. Berserk should be good to get that inhib on the next wave. Now they're playing around Anselm. There's the Own ult, it's triggered, Drakur falls to half health. But Berserk don't have a Yon ult, which is a critical engage tool and damage. Might have been a bit too hasty on that trigger. But Berserk wanted to take a recall, it seems. Let's see. It seems like the plan is to go for that bot lane tier 2 and keep up the pressure in the mid lane. The Own ult is almost back up, 3/4 of the way. See Berserk here hovering. Their MVP for the match, Anselm. Everyone playing towards him just in case he gets touched. We notice here he went for the Guardian Angel here. He's not gonna go down without a fight, that's for sure. And that's a tier 2 turret in his pocket. And there's the dragon secured as well. So we're now on soul point. So that initial recall was all in effect to get the dragon. Now we see Astra finding Eyeglass. That's a lot of damage, and he gets taken out swiftly by the Malphite. I think I heard the caster in the draft say that Rumble hard wins this. It's impossible for Malphite, blah blah blah. But the guy's a professional yapper, it seems. That he doesn't know what he's talking about. Malphite hard counters Rumble, guys. Come on. Let's see here. Berserk push in mid, push in top. Baron will be spawning in the next few minutes. Anselm getting in a bit of poke as much as he can. That's one Varus Q to Eyeglass, taking out a fifth of his health bar. One thing's for sure, guys, we got a match on, got a series on our hands here. I mean, this is just basically how do Berserk end versus how do Eversio stall to equalize items and levels. That's pretty much the name of the game at this point. Either side still has a win condition, it's not far gone, but it's an 8k gold lead, and this could be the Baron as well. Varsal is posturing to try and steal it. It gets smited away. The Zigzag was close, but at 900, Staff has a smite. Let's see here. Is this the final push? Is this where Berserk end the game? They're stacking up for this inhibitor. As long as that Ziggs is alive, sieging is close to impossible though. Alright, a bit of an aggressive teleport there, right in the face of Eversio. But Berserk realized none of their side lanes are pushed up, which is a bit problematic at this point. Let's see here, Varsal tries to get some vision for his team, but the damage from Staff, 1 Q alone, takes him to half health. Alright, Berserk are thinking about how to finish this. We get the top lane tier 3 turret. And we're gonna secure this inhibitor as well. That's 2 inhibs down. Berserk have done their homework for sure. Coming from a 2-0 loss yesterday, look at this. What a game. If they lose this, it will be the fumble of the century. If Eversio win this, I think it will demotivate every single League of Legends player playing locally, but definitely the undisputed GOATs if they can get out of this one. The only thing I'm having trouble with is that Berserk seem to be taking a lot of time with their decision making. There's one thing to play it patiently. Well, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong to say this. Maybe my impatience is what holds me back. Maybe a bit reminiscent of the old school Agony versus Eversio 40-minute best of 5s that go 5-game series, you know? Very nice. And let's see here, the dragon is about to spawn. And this will be the Cloud Soul for Berserk. And there it is. So I would assume here Berserk want to push top bot lane and mid lane. Or no, they're gonna full stack bot lane. Okay, okay. Let's see. The benefit of stacking in a side lane is it's gonna be harder to get flanked, right? From the likes of the Wukong. It's a lot of damage on the turret already. One more inhibitor is all all Berserk need. I'm so used to Eversio being in this position. Astra taking a lot of tower damage though. So keep up this pressure. And down it goes. Ansem trying to find a bit of poke damage here. He gets Iglos down to half health, but Rumble doesn't really need his health bar. He can just ult from range. There it is, the minion waves are coming in from all angles now. Slowly but surely Berserk will start coming into this. We see Iconic here gets a big ult, but he's the first to fall here. Varsal goes in, he's second. Iglos pops the Zonias, but it seems like the game's over, guys. All the anticipation, all the patience pays off in the end. Drakur goes in, but what's this? Stuff goes down, but Anselm has Guardian Angel. It's an open Nexus. And it seems like Berserk will be our game 1 winners. Woo! Alright, here we go, guys. So. Never. Okay. My bad. I interpret wrongly. We're gonna be having very similar bands, I imagine. Yep, we see Riven, Shen, Rise, Vi. What was the last band? It was Yunara, right? Yes. And Berserk. What was it? Can't remember. Is this where they banned Darius? Or will they leave it open? Now that's the question. I banned Syndra. Interesting, good. So they're limiting Drakur's options here. He'll have to pick, well, Yon's not available, Yasuo's not available, Syndra's not available. So it's gonna be like the Galio, the Ahri maybe. He's not been playing that often. Berserk kind of putting Drakur into a bit of a corner here. Let's see what their first pick will be. They like to go first pick mids because he'll play that champion no matter what. And there's the Ahri. Oh, is it Orianna time? It's Orianna time. Okay, let's see if Drakur's Orianna has improved. Last time we saw it, the debut was excellent, but then like some games didn't really do that well. Question is, what do you play into the Orianna Berserk here? Mel is an option. LeBlanc is an option. Anselm LeBlanc, hello. Alright, so we're gonna lock in Jarvan for stuff, taking it away from Varsal as well. Jarvan Orianna, very strong. I don't know if Varsal plays Nocturne, but I mean, it's not rocket science. And they can always do the Nocturne Orianna combo, or even Nafiri Orianna is a very strong combination as well. Zinza Orianna is very strong as well, and we know Varsal plays that too. So let's see here. It will be the Ahri for Anselm here. He did really well yesterday as well on the Ahri. So Ahri Jarvan, very skirmish heavy, nice push potential, and if ever Orianna is without flash, or even with flash, Ahri Jarvan have a lot of kill pressure on Drakur in mid lane. I'm curious how they would translate this here. It would be nice to see something like the Pike, as we see Zinzao here getting locked in as expected from Varsal. We need like a roam heavy support that can help sort of the Orianna. I think Rakan is very good as well as ball delivery. Let's see, potentially something like Karma. Alright, they're gonna be picking it later. Let's see what they pick. They go for the Ornn blind here for Ictsa. They know he's good on Ornn. Ornn is a very strong champion, very hard to play into. Scales really well. And Orianna, Xin Zhao, Ornn, it's really, every one of them scales so well, really exceptionally. Putting Berserk a bit on a clock, but not if they go with the Gwen, huh? Gwen is, it's a very good champion here. It dodges the Orianna ultimate, it completely cuts down Xin Zhao and the Ornn in the team fights. The Eversio need to think about a way how to hold this Gwen back. Similar to the last game, right? Astra picked the tank and Ictsa picked the AP carry. And in this game, Eversio picked the tank and Berserk picked the AP carry. It's a similar story. If the AP carry gets ahead, he will shred everyone. So let's see here. Sivir banned out. I think Sivir is a good choice to ban out. Sivir kind of can help the Xin Zhao get a better engage. Nami's banned out here for Fabianski. So I assume Eversio will last ban Karma here, leaving Fabianski with not much champions he can use. I wonder. He will probably go for Lulu maybe if they ban out the Karma. Let's see. I'm also curious as to see what Ventus will be picking here. Jhin is available for him, Lucian is available for him. I would really like Braum Lucian here from Berserk. I think Braum Lucian goes absolutely crazy into Xin Zhao. And you can deny the Ornn ult. Eversio here are maybe thinking to ban Braum even, or do they ban the Karma Lulu? I wonder what they expect Fabianski to be on. They banned the Lulu. Okay, so Braum Lucian, let's go. You have the damage from Gwen. Lucian does okay damage, you know, and it pairs really well with the Ahri Jarvan as well. Let's see. Karma's also a good choice. Karma Lucian is also good. But you know, Braum denies the Xin Zhao, denies the Ornn. Alright, not Lucian. The AD carry doesn't really matter, but you know, Braum Lucian is a strong combination. Ventus plays Lucian a lot. They go for the Corki. You think so too? No, I think so, right? Let's see here. Eversio last two picks, what will it be? If I was Eversio, what would I want here? You're so disgusting. It's like they pick these like scaling champions and they go well in lane and they outscale you as well. It's so hard to play against Eversio. So I like the smaller. I do like the smaller pick here into the Corki. I wonder what support they pair it with. Is it like Thresh? Is it just gonna be a Thresh angle to save the early game for Eversio? Or will it be something like Rakan here? No, Karma. Yeah, Karma. Fair enough to save the lane, right? So Berserk, I mean now you can't go Braum, right? I assume. Or you could go Braum, but let's see. Into the Karma, what do we pick? Do you just go Bard here? Oh, seeing the Seraphine locked in, interesting. Okay. We saw Fabianski play this, I believe, yesterday as well. Or maybe it was some other support, maybe I'm mixing them up. But yeah, Seraphine, Corki, we'll talk about these matchups soon as we get into the movie. Let's see. Berserk are locked in, they're ready. So, starting off in top lane, Ornn Gwen, we talked a bit about this already, but similar to the last game here, okay, Ornn at least has a lot more front-loaded damage compared to Malphite. This champion is just not balanced, but yeah, Gwen, one of his hardest matchups. Gwen deals max health, true damage, and the more damage she deals, the more she heals. So the tankier the target, the sort of better for Gwen as well to some extent. Scales really well. Most of Eversio is very facing forward, you know, they want to engage into you, especially that Xin Zhao, the Ornn. And Gwen can just basically run through them on her third item. So I'm really looking forward to see if Astra can get to that point, or if Iglos and Xin Zhao here can hold him back. Xin Zhao versus Jarvan. Xin Zhao outscales. Jarvan has a bit better ganks early game, but if he ever overuses his flag toss, Xin Zhao definitely has better counter ganks, better scaling all across the board. Deals more damage, better objective control. So this is Varsal's game to carry for sure. Staff didn't really have the greatest positioning in the last game, so let's see if maybe he can fix that. Because if he's just going to be flag tossing everywhere, he's not going to have a nice time. Mid lane, Orianna into Ahri. Usually Ahri favored. Ahri has better push, better sort of early mid game damage and scaling. The dashes make it hard for Orianna to land her abilities, make it easier for Ahri to gank set up if Orianna doesn't have flash. So Drakor has a bit of hard time here laning into the Ahri Jarvan for sure. And in the bot lane we have Corki Seraphine versus Smolder Karma. Smolder Karma just want to play lane neutral, kind of taking, not taking trades, just basically trading on shield, getting Smolder his stacks, and Karma just saving him the trouble. Seraphine Corki want to take short trades, sort of when all their abilities are up, they just run at you, throw all their abilities, and then reset back to neutral. So maybe in 2 to 3 rotations they can potentially even dive you under your own turret. So it should be a bit troubling for Awaken and Iconic, especially if Fabianski and Ventus bring the same aggression they did from game 1. They definitely have the tools to dish out that damage early and to control the Dragon area, especially with Ahri Jarvan. Berserk have the tools, guys. Will they use them correctly? They drafted a team comp that needs to make use of these tools early to mid game in order to win and scale into the late game. If they start giving up objectives, they start doing bad fights, they start falling behind. Eversio have a killer comp, guys. I mean, Xin Zhao, Orianna, Smolder, Ornn, Karma, all these champions scale monstrously and scale together as well. Like, Orianna, Karma, Xin Zhao all help each other together. Ornn is giving items to everyone as well. Yeah, so we need to think about that as well. Let's see. Sponsored by water. Alright guys, I have no idea why it's taking so long, to be honest. This time I don't have spectator delay, so this is verbatim live what the players are seeing as well. It's taking them a while to load in. Yeah, I think it's time to go make a tea, grab a water, make a coffee, grab your Capri Sun, you know. What do you guys drink? Tell me in the chat. We need to find a way to cope with the loading screen here. It took a while in the last match as well, if you remember. So yeah, just might be that too. So tell me guys, what's your drink of choice? Anyone drinking anything? Kool-Aid. No shot, you can get that in Malta. We get the classic pause at the start. What would a League of Legends tournament be without pauses? Sometimes I wonder how these players play games on end in solo queue without the pause feature. Oh, Eversio's jungler is still loading in. Okay, there we go. Varsal is back. It's time to duel! I summon Pot of Greed, which allows me to draw 3 additional Doran's Blades. Hidden flashbacks. Alright, give it up guys, Berserk. Supporting Berserk in the chat, Eversio. This is it guys, if Berserk win this, they will be the winners of the ICTSA Clash. If Eversio win this, we're on to game 3. Minions have spawned there. That's the Japanese League of Legends client official. First to Bladu. Alright, let's see it. The games begin. I like this. Ansem dropping a friendly ward on his Jarvan's Raptors here. So that Varsal doesn't gank. Sorry, doesn't invade. Adventus and Fabianski start off with some early aggression here. Dracour does get the push in mid lane and drops his own ward on Raptors. It does give the information to Eversio that Stav is spotting topside. We might see ganks here on either side. Berserk should expect that Varsal will be ganking bot first. And Eversio should expect here, Ictsa should expect that Stav will be top lane first. Fabianski's got the moves today. Bobbing and weaving, dodging that Karma Q. Let's see here. CS across the board, Berserk are slightly ahead. It does amount to 200 gold in total. Stav is significantly clearing faster here. He's on his last camp. And Varsal just started it here. So we can see here Stav finishing the clear and he's on to the first gank here. Ictsa should know this. He should be expecting this gank. They know Jarvan was spotting to topside. And that's why he never used his E. He saves it for this occasion. Ictsa walks away from that one and Astra uses his ghost. Varsal taking the long way route here. He's hovering Dracour just in case Jarvan decides to gank. And he takes the scuttle from the top side. A bit of tech there from Varsal. Not many junglers would have done that. Very smart of him. He noticed he's not gonna gank bot and that Dracour was a bit overextended. Jarvan could potentially gank there if he skips Scuttle Crab, right? So Varsal took Scuttle Crab from an angle where if his mid lane gets ganked, he can counter gank it. Some small stuff like this, guys. And if you're Berserk, you would be thinking, oh yes, let me gank the Flash, the Orianna, you know, get her Flash. But you would have been playing into Varsal's trap there, right? Astra opting to go for the Cull here. Every minion will be giving him an additional gold. And maybe more importantly, he'll be healing up just slightly with every auto attack he does. Let's see, Stav is spotted by Eversio here. We see Varsal hover the dragon. Both sides are aware it could be taken at any point. In top lane, Astra has his level 6. And Igos decides it's better time to back off here. Let's see, Stav is still hanging around town. But so is Varsal. And it looks like Berserk want to play for the Scuttle Crab. It looks like they will successfully take it. And it gets smited by Stav. A small victory like this. Scuttle Crab secured. Seems like Berserk want more though. The dragon is gonna get started here. Now Stav has the upgraded smite. It will be dealing 900. And Anselm is able to rotate for it here. Eversio pushing the bot lane and they're trying to get vision, but without their jungler being here, this dragon is pretty much Berserk's. Yeah, that's it, yeah. So it's pretty much Berserk's. There we go. Secured. Alright, Iglos turns on the heat, he ults in. Astra trying to dodge that Ornn ult with his own W, but just barely in range. And it looks like he's out of there. He uses his ult for the slow, but he does not need to use any other summoner spells. So we're trading ult for ult in the top lane. Let's see here. Despite Ventus and Fabianski having an earlier strong lane presence, Awakened CS is significantly cleaner. Let's say he's at that 10 CS per minute, where Ventus is a bit lacking in that sense. But now, as time goes on, the constant poke from Karma Smolder is just gonna be a lot to handle. I really wonder how we're gonna take down this Smolder. To be fair, if Berserk can find an angle to take Awaken out the fight, Awaken and Drakor are pretty much the entire damage of this team, right? But they have a lot of supporting characters like the Karma Shields, right? And the Xin Zhao, CC and knockbacks. But yeah, if they can dodge Orianna ult and somehow engage onto Drakor and get Smolder out of the fight, it'll be a pretty good time. Seems like Berserk are on the Void Grubs and Stav is gonna get forced off it. He flashes over the wall. Not sure if that was completely necessary, but it does get him to safety. It does secure 2 grubs. These top laners. Iglos effectively zoning Astra here from a couple of CS. A lot more slower of a game here. We're at the 10th minute, no first bloods yet. You just know that the team fights are gonna be going hard in a game like this. Iglos really having an easy time here in top lane, let's be honest. This orange champion is just not balanced. But then Gwen does definitely come more online after that level 3. Alright, we see Fabianski landing the ult on Iconic. It does trigger Awaken to drop his own ult. Let's see, Ventus Valkyries forward. Stav is here, he does not have flash. Awaken still has his own flash and it's forced out. Now have Berserk overcommitted. Here comes Iglos with a teleport. The Call of the Forge God is available. Stav EQs out, but it looks like he'll be taken out of this one. And that's first blood secured for Varsal. Now if Eversio can't get more out of this one, it's really not that bad. I mean, Stav goes down, but Astra, who's playing Gwen after all, can get to scale a lot better here. Look at him, he took 2 plates and 2 whole minion waves. So Eversio just slightly leading at the moment. They are ahead 500 gold. And it does seem like Varsal finishes his first item with that kill. Eversio looking to engage here in some activities now that Varsal is a bit stronger. They're already grouping up as 3. They're trying to invade Berserk's blue side, but there's no camps available there. And now Ventus and Fabianski are potentially in a tough spot here. Stav gets caught out on a ward. And the Eversio gank is successful. They understand the vision isn't there. They know that Berserk want to path towards this dragon. And they find stuff before it. Let's see here. Anselm keeps his Spirit Rush just in case he gets ganked. And now he's feeling a lot more comfortable in his lane. But that second dragon going to Eversio. And the gold lead grows, guys. We're at that 1k gold lead at this point. A dragon, couple of CS, and yeah, and some kills, and that's what you get. Iglos already finishing his Kanik Rukin. Astra gonna be having a bit of trouble dealing damage to him, but I mean, hey, max health, true damage. And it seems like Berserk take a play out of Eversio's booklet. Iconic flashes, but the Seraphine ult still connects. And Stav gonna be picking up that one. Iconic was not expecting that. Stav really enjoys giving up some of his tempo to get this power play for his bot lane. Meanwhile, Astra on the top engages onto Iglos. What a dodge by Astra here. He dodges the knockup, dodges the ultimate. But Varsal is here to counter gank. And Astra, despite his great movement, will not be taking down Iglos today. A great read from Varsal. Now that's what a jungler is for. Meanwhile in the bot lane though, Stav is trying to set up a dive. But he's taking a lot of damage. He flashes away but still gets salted. And now he's taking a lot of damage from it. Ventus though picks up Iconic again. But Berserk taking a lot of damage. Awaken might be able to pick up a double kill here. Does he manage though? The Q lands but no AoE. He flaps over the wall. They line up. Oh my god. Awaken. Oh, everyone walks away with just 10 health. And Drakur gives chase here. Oh, they're crazy. Alright, Drakur had a triple kill there if he just flashed Q ulted the bush. Let's see Anselm here. Gets ganked, but that Spirit Rush once again gets him to safety. And it doesn't get easier for Ictsa though. As Gwen continues to scale, the more so you do. But Ictsa not losing to Shopkeeper. Koenig Rukin into the Bramble Vest. Denying a lot of what Astra's kit wants to do. The damage from Awaken is starting to hurt now. Let's see, I wonder where the next action is gonna be. This dragon will be spawning soon. I imagine both sides want to play for it. Stav is looking for a lane gank and Varsal is nowhere close. Ventus taking a lot of poke damage. There's the Seraphine ult, it does not connect. Awaken still has flash. Iconic does not. But Ventus just falling a bit too low from that exchange. And Berserk backing off. Varsal might find Anselm here in the mid lane. And he's gonna be dealing a lot of damage to him. The Spirit Rush is forced out. And Anselm will once again get to safety using his Spirit Rush. Stav is here, but he does not pull the trigger. He identifies Iconic might be around. He's just giving space for his mid laner to play. I really like what Fabianski is doing today. Every time Iconic moves, he's there. He's moving as well. This is perhaps the difference we don't see locally sometimes to match these supports. Oh, Drakur finds the power play though. But he has to use his flash and now Stav is here to respond. He uses the ult and Ventus might be able to pick up a kill for himself and he does. Berserk turn a disaster into a benefit. 2 assists and a kill on their carry. That's exactly what you would want to see. But now Eversio are not giving up yet. They take the dragon as a response. And that's 2 dragons to 1. Fabianski in a bit of trouble there. He dodges the Xin Zhao W, but it won't be enough. Awaken picks up a kill of his own. And now on the top lane, the action does not stop, does it? Stav and Astra find Ictsa and they force his flash. And they will not be diving him. Varsal happy to see Stav on the other side of the map. He will be taking his jungle and getting even more farmed, even more ahead in this matchup. Hard to say in which direction this game is leaning at the moment, but both sides seem to be exceptionally strong. It's all down to how Astra does if he can pick up his third item. Ictsa pops the trigger. He knows Astra's missing a lot of resources. No ghost, no ult. Does Ornn have the damage is the question. He dashes forward. The auto with the grasp is enough. And Ictsa picks up the kill. And that's why you don't give him the goat. Slowly but surely Eversio are edging the competition, but it's only 200 gold that separates them. Well, 600. Let's see. Despite drafting the Ari Jarvan, we've not seen any attention being given to this mid lane, and as a result, Drakur here dropping the second turret of the game. Aiglos now moving into enemy territory, taking the jungle camps away from Stav as well. We're starting to see Varsal develop a level lead at the moment. And there's the ult from Fabianski, the flash, the cleanse used from Awaken. Stav ults in. And now Iconic is the next target. His flash is already used. There's 2 teleports coming through. Aiglos is here. Stav dodges the knock-up. But Astra responds. Awaken could be in some trouble. But everyone walks away safely. Wow. But do we see a sneaky Anselm here? He's coming on this side. Everyone's recalling on the side of Eversio. Awaken gets his recall off and Stav is just starting it. No, everyone disengages. Play safe, but... Avengers, assemble! Team fight at 20 minutes from a gank. Classic, classic. Let's see, Baron is available. Both sides kind of want to play for it. Astra, so close to his second item spike. It would have done them a lot of benefit if they can fight around it. Varsal taking a lot of damage there in the initial fight, but Ansel might get caught out here. He flashes away. He dodges the W from Varsal, forcing him to flash. But now Astra's in a bit of danger, but no, the Gwen healing is just so much. It seems like Eversio running away from this. That's a big Seraphine ult, but Drakur is coming on the side. Do you see him, guys? Varsal goes down. Drakur is here. Aiglos helps the ball delivery, but everyone on Berserk is so low, but they're all living. Ventus is on the side dealing damage. The missile is dodged and it's not enough. Ventus goes down and so does Astra. Domination from Drakur here. The absolute savior of this team fight. Could have been such a Berserk favored moment. 2 for 4 it seems. Could have definitely gone a lot differently here if some abilities were landed. Eversio are not giving up that easily. They are now 2k gold ahead. And setting up for this third dragon. Let's see, Drakur is on a ward. Seems like Eversio might have this. Anselm is here. He wants to try to be a bit of a nuisance. But Eversio just take the dragon and walk away. Here comes the call of the storm god. Does it land? No. Eversio still won the heat. And Aiglos goes in. He gets the knockout, but he also gets charmed. And everyone seems to back off. Let's see how many stacks does Mr. Awaken have. So he's sitting on 234 stacks, close to that 10 stacks per minute. Let's see, let's see. Both teams would want to go for Baron, but it would make sense here to wait a bit on Astra to farm up. Drakur here might get caught out. A nice Orianna ult from him. Is it enough though? Here comes Iglos with the teleport. Ansem dodges the knockup, but the auto might be enough. The charm forces the flash from Iglos. So Eversio do manage to find Anselm here. Does this translate to a Baron is the question. No, it does not. Eversio go back. They understand they win the late game, so they don't need to rush at all. They take these small wins where they can. Let's see, let's see. The gold is equalized. It's just 1k apart. We were at 2k not too long ago. And tell me guys, how many times you've been in a game in this situation, you're like, it's 11 to 5, they have 2 more dragons than us. You know, and you start to be thinking negatively. But it's just 1k guys, it's just 1k gold, that's all. Definitely not the end of the world here. And Eversio know it as well. They're not pulling the trigger fast on this Baron. If they thought they were very ahead in this match, they would just start the Baron, no questions asked. They're reaching critical mass though, as all Ornn upgrades are handled here by Iglos. Wow, does he really think he can do this? Surely Astra wins this, right? Iglos doesn't even have flash. Astra does not want to engage this, okay. Yeah, nah, no man, just shut up man. No one asks you, okay? Oi, oi, oi. But yeah, Nano makes a good point. Oh, wait. Anselm, does he find a pick? They're trying to find Awaken, but his damage has scaled, guys. Look at Anselm's health bar. Damn, look at this. This is an engage they're trying to find. Keep in mind, Varsal goes into the backline. He has the Orianna Shockwave. Big fight for Eversio here. Berserk commit way too much for Awaken, and they barely get anything from it. Triple kill for Drakur. And this game's turning around. Quadra kill. Do we get a penta? We do! That's a pentakill for the Drakur. Woo! Alright, I mean, this should be the Eversio win, right? They're gonna push in and finish the game. Well played, Eversio, well played. What a way to show your teeth after a defeat. They come back strong. Dominant game, pentakill for Drakur. They don't finish it. What discipline from Eversio. I'm pretty sure, well, maybe they don't, I don't know. I thought they could finish it, but they're gonna go play for their soul, reset, go for Baron, and they're gonna play their advantage. Fair enough. I was already clapping. Don't count Berserk out of this one yet. So yeah, I was saying, Nano pointed out the gold might have been a 1k difference. Now it's sitting at 5k difference, right? But don't forget those Ornn items, guys. All 5 of them are across the board. And they're around like 1k each, right? So approximately 5k more. So Eversio are sitting at around the 10k gold lead currently. That's just the benefit of Ornn. Not only does he bring a lot of damage, CC, long range engage, good laning phase, he also gives you 5k resources for no reason. Iglos doing the same play, we saw him do this yesterday where he stalls out the entire team in order for Eversio to get Baron. And after all that, they barely take him down to half health. Iglos gets a big engage here. Berserk are low, Varsal comes in. And Iglos flashes out. Eversio come in for the cleanup crew. That's 2 kills for them, 3 kills for them. 4 kills for them. There it is. Eversio the goats. Well played, Iglos. They did not see that coming. Yes, Ornn is very balanced. Luckily this is Fearless draft and we won't see him in the next match. Let's see Eversio here going for the end game. I mean, it's just gonna be a damage difference here. So there we go. GG's across the board. Eversio pick up the second win, which means we'll be here for our third match. Berserk, do you still have it in you? Can you still challenge the titans that are Eversio? Alright. So, here we go. I imagine a super quick banning phase, unless they're still talking about strategy here. We saw Riven, Shan being banned and Yunara from Eversio last 2 games. And Berserk were banning out Rise. Pretty sure they banned Syndra. And I forgot the second ban they were having, but let's see. Alright, Yunara. Let's see if I can still predict this. I mean, it's a good time to ban out Darius, in my opinion, for Iglos. But yeah, let's see what they decide. We've seen him do Darius yesterday and he had some amazing apprehends. He really destroyed Berserk with that Darius pick. So I don't know if they have counterplay for it. I forgot what they were banning as the third ban. Can't seem to remember. Vi, it was Vi, yeah. So they were banning Vi. And let's see here, Eversio were banning Shen in the last bans, and they do ban it again, alright. Let's see here, will it be Vi or will it be the Darius ban, is the question. Ideally you ban both, right? But you can only ban one. There's the Vi, alright. So Darius is an availability. Question is, do Eversio first pick it? No, they go for Lissandra. Drakor has played his fair share of Lissandra, and they know that Anselm did play it, so they're like, you know what, let's take it away from him. Now, what does Anselm play into Lissandra is the question. I imagined some aggressive early game-ish mid laner. Might be the style here. Is it? But if I know him, he might play Veigar here. I don't know. I have a feeling. It's Mel. Okay, nice. So yeah, Mel, very good, nice aggression in the lane. Can reflect a lot of the stuff. I do not know if somebody can correct me in chat if Mel W blocks Lissandra R. But that's gonna be a bit of the problem here for Anselm. He'll need to space accordingly. Maybe he'll go for the Hextech Rocket Belt tech. If Eversio go for like a gank heavy jungler here, like the Nunu. You know, I expect Nunu to come out, let's see. Astra going for the Blind Scion. If no egg in comp, no win. Just the damage is reflected, are you sure about that? Well, your knowledge is there, we saw you block the Talia wall. That was completely crazy. Let's see here. It's gonna be Trundle, alright. So yeah, Trundle is that gank heavy jungler style, right? That pillar is gonna be very problematic for Ansem. If he ever passes like the mid lane line in mid lane and Varsal is there, it's cooked. And Trundle can also deny the Sion engage as well with pillar. Very interesting to see how it will be used this game. There's the Darius. No surprises, no surprises. And I'm pretty sure Darius would enjoy the Sion lane. I'm certain Darius completely destroys Sion in lane. But let's see. Maybe Astra goes Lethality Sion. Let's see. Yeah, I'll see. G on stream? Alright. Let's see. Stav's Volibear comes out, alright. Now, against Darius, you don't want to give a lot of melee targets. Trundle is already a problem for that as well. But Volibear farms extremely fast compared to Trundle. Has great counter gank potential as well. Good, you know, objective control. I like the Volibear. Let's see how it's gonna play out. Let's see, Jinx ban here from Berserk. But I think Awaken will most likely go for the Jhin here when he has frontliners like Darius and Trundle. It's most likely a Jhin angle here for Awaken. Maybe Jhin Senna from Eversio, something like that is what I'm thinking they're gonna go. Let's see if Berserk think about that, or what they're considering. Let's see. Berserk ban out the Misfortune, alright, another one of Awaken's champions, fair enough. I've gone dark? What does that mean? Let me see. Hi Dylan, hello. Yo. Black Cat Gaming. And the Versio ban out the Lulu. So I'm curious what Fabianski will go here. Let's see. Nami's banned as well. Is this the Janna angle? Do they bring out Janna again? Let's see. Bard is really good here as well. If you can Bard the Darius R, or maybe ult him himself. So let's see here. Sivir locked in for Berserk, more engage power to them. And it scales really well into the melee comp that Eversio are having right now. Let's see. I wonder what their draft here. It's Zaya, alright. Zaya feathers can get reflected by Mel for sure. Her ult. So we need to be careful of that. Last pick, would it be the Rakan? Eversio are lacking a bit in engage. I think Rakan isn't the best choice here. I think they benefit from like a Leon actually or something like this, but let's see. What do they pick? They go for Rakan, alright. Usually better a secondary engage, but in this case I think Iconic will be their primary engage. He'll need to have his flash up available with the ult, right? And Berserk need to walk into it basically. The Janna pickup here from Berserk, it's good if Darius ever flash Ghost comes in at Mach 20, you just Janna out in the way. I think we tried seeing this yesterday, but it didn't really work out for Berserk. So I wonder if they can do it better. We are 1-1 right now. 1-1, what more? And there it is, it's gonna get locked in. I need my hand, Mr. Kid. Go on, open check. Alright. My cat has slain Viego. GG. Alright, so we're waiting on a quick toilet break. To be fair, they've been there since 4 o'clock and it's almost 7 now, so... Yep. One toilet break before the finals. And let's see how it goes. See me. Ah. Yeah. Alright, so Berserk are ready. Maybe take this time a bit to talk about these matchups. So Darius against Sion. Darius, you know, if you give him melee champions, he's gonna be very happy. It's easy for him to stack his bleed, easy to get his heal, and when it's too late, he just apprehends you. So let's see. Yeah, as I was saying, and Berserk, at least they have only Volibear and Sion as like kind of frontline. Sivir, Janna, Mel have great tools at dealing with Darius. The problem is going to be Trundle Pillar. I think Trundle Pillar is going to make a huge difference here. Sivir, Janna, Sion, Mel, Volibear to some extent as well don't really have dashes, right? So that Trundle Pillar, how it will be used and sort of the use case of it, right? Do you use it here? Do you use it there? It's gonna make a big difference in these team fights for Eversio. Trundle will have a nice time ulting Sion as well, all those stats will be his. And Xayah will just be kiting back. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see. No one is like the clear outlier in the draft comp at the moment. I think everyone has tools. And the way these games are going is that if you feed early, you kind of lose the mid-game fights, and if you lose the mid-game fights, you're gonna lose Baron and then lose the game, right? Does my cat like eggs? I've never asked him, actually. I think he likes them. Oh, he seems excited about it. Alright, so jungle matchup. Trundle against Volibear. Volibear clears at least 50%, 60% faster than Trundle, and scales better as well, does more damage, more sort of utility, you know, he has amazing tower dives as well. So look out for that. Of course, Trundle kind of just wins against everything early game, but Volibear is just one of those champions, right? He heals, he stuns, the shield, the damage. Mel against Lissandra, I imagine is Mel favored, but the jungle is gonna make a big difference in this lane matchup for sure. Lissandra having a lot of setup. And bot lane, I guess it's not really gonna be all that exciting. Both sides just kind of want to push. Xayah wants to disengage, Sivir just kind of wants to push you to your turret and poke you down a bit. So yeah, let's go. Welcome to Summoner's Rift. Eversio Berserk Finals 1-1. Best of 3 ICTSA clash. Let's get it. This is the last match to decide who's gonna be the champion. Ventus and Fabianski today have been a lot more engaged in their lane. Yesterday they might have been tired or something, I don't know. But they definitely feel more alive in this lane in the last 3 matches they had. Awaken on Xayah. Throwback to the UK EL Division 1, where he was AD carrying and almost exclusively playing Xayah and Ziggs every game. Apparently the action is only in bot lane. The directed cam not really showing us anything else, but well, okay, it's having a spasm. It can't decide. Bot lane or top lane, oh my gosh. Legit losing. Guys, this is not me, okay? It's just directed cam. It seems like everyone is like trading and playing super aggressive. Every lane is. That's how you know things are getting heated here. Berserk take a cheetah recall here as Ventus comes back with a cull into the lane. Now Eyeglass is up. What's that? 6 CS, a whole wave. I don't know if any of you caught that, but Astra there delaying the tower shots. Trying to keep the wave as close to his tower as possible. He just goes to show he's a really great top laner, this guy. Iconic denies the gank. They smell Staff, but Staff did not smell them. Forces the flash, and as you can see, that Trundle pillar. Such a strong ability when no one has mobility. Trundle is often taken as like a direct answer to Xin Zhao. If he ever dashes in, you just pillar him and counter gank. And that's heal used. Small trades in the bot lane at the moment, but they start to add up after a while. Awaken is positioning like he wants to engage in something, but on the side we can see Staff starting the dragon. Berserk are in a comfortable position right now. Let's see here. You can tell both sides are taking their sweet time. Not really wanting to rush into a bad decision. There's been a pause here by Berserk. The reason is not yet told. Alright, seems like somebody's game froze, but now they're back. Could this be the first blood? Astra's playing this lane exceptionally, but the end result is he's still down 30 CS currently. Varsal was threatening a gank, but Astra smelled that too. This guy is something else, huh? Kind of playing with fire a bit, that apprehend if it lands would have definitely cost him his flash at least. Eversio are first on grubs this time. The last 2 games Staff was the first person on it, but to be fair, I don't think they need to prioritize them. It makes more sense for Eversio. They'll have Iglos split pushing most of the game, so void grubs will definitely help him out. You can tell that Staff is a lot more focused on farming. And now he's posturing like he wants to dive the bot lane, perhaps, or not. He will recall instead. Eversio have no idea that Stav is here. And Iconic engages. The mobility is just crazy from these two. Iconic engages and like he dashed like half a screen away onto Ventus. But at least we got the heal out of that one. Iglos getting so far ahead of his opponent here. He's 40 CS up currently. Let's see, second dragon is spawning here. And I wonder if we'll have our first fight coming soon. Berserk are on it. But Eversio are aware. Ventus is forced out of the fight, he flashes away. He does not want to take any damage before this fight begins, and I think that's a smart flash on his end. And thanks to that flash, the dragon is saved. And Berserk pick up their second dragon of the game. Something maybe I missed out. Sion was actually on the way. So maybe that's why Berserk backed off. But now Astra ults back to the top side. The fight continues though as Stav tries to find Drakur. Flashes over the wall. It's a messy engage, guys. The dragon's been over like 20 minutes ago. But everyone's still fighting for it. No one wants to give it up without a fight, it seems. Astra's been really good at handling Apprehend and just dodging it on command. Iglos popped his ghost. He'll catch up to stuff, he flashed for it as well. And he does pick up the kill. We didn't comment on it, we didn't even see it, but somehow Anselm took down Drakur as well in a similar timing. Who is Anselm? Is he the GOAT of mid lane? Is he the savior of Maltese League of Legends? Taking out Drakur like I would take out a pizza right now, man. Like seriously, I'd destroy it. Oy, oy, oy. Let's see. I'm surprised Varsala and his CSing at the moment. It's 20 CS up as a trundle into Volibear seems absolutely nuts to me. Alright, so sorry Pity. My bad. I have to comment on what I'm seeing. If we keep going down this route, it's gonna be tough to handle this Darius from Iglos. At least the Mel is strong, cause Mel is gonna be pretty much the only person that can deal with him. Sivir needs like 4 or 5 items. Anselm gets engaged on here, but not before he can take down Drakur. And now Stav is coming to meet Varsal. There's the teleport from Asta as well. Varsal will be forced to flash. And that's teleport used. Iglos uses his own teleport as well, just in case. It does force Asta to go in, and there's the stun, there's the knock-up, and they pick off Iglos as well. Berserk, what are you doing to Eversio? Oi, oi, oi. I choose gyros in Greece over the tournament, my friend. If I had the option, I'd do the same. A gyro right now would be heavenly. Astra, I think he's the GOAT, eh? But we're learning this now. Oh no, Drakur gets stunned, gets rooted, and gets taken out. Anselm's on a killing spree. Guys, is Berserk gonna win this? If anyone would have told me that this morning, I would have not agreed, but holy, they're playing so good. They lost yesterday 2-0, but what does that matter when you get the final? Berserk, watch out for these guys, huh? Let's see, Eversio are on this third dragon. They don't want to give it up, but the remainder of Berserk is here. Ventus pops the ult. Iglos is the first person getting engaged on. There's the Janna ult to give some safety. Stav is in the middle of it, but he's still alive. Volibear is still alive. He won't go down. The dragon is secured by Eversio, but the team fight, well, it's 3 kills for 1 at the moment. Anselm already went down. Astra flashes forward, forces Awaken to flash as well. And now Varsal is running away. Eversio should be able to get out of this one. They lost 2 additional members to Berserk but took the dragon and denied the dragon soul point. Let's see, do Berserk get the mid lane turret here? It will definitely neutralize the dragon. Stav defying all odds, but he finally goes down. It seems like Berserk overcommitted to the play. A nice tornado there by Fabianski, but Astra will be taken out. And down he goes. You can't mess around with Eversio, guys. You still need to know if you got the damage, you've got the ability to do it. Eversio are ahead of in gold at the moment, but I imagine a big part of that is on Igloss. 50 CS lead is no joke. Oh no, Ventus finds an angry Igloss. What a flash! And the cleanse to deny the slow. Ventus, Ventus, Ventus. The things you're doing to me. Now don't die, Ventus. Come on, man. But he knows Igloss doesn't have flash anymore. So he's safe to farm this wave. Let's see, guys, we're kind of trading everywhere. Okay, I thought that mid lane turret will live, but it was just standing on its last health bar. Eversio pick up a nice chunk of gold here, picking up 2 turrets. Berserk got 1 in the top side. Eversio looking to slow down the game as much as possible. But they're not that far. I mean, hey, they're ahead in gold after all. It's 400 up actually, but yeah, as I said, most of it is probably on Igloss. And believe it or not, Darius is in his weakest state right now. He needs that level 16 to truly spike. And I have a feeling that's what Eversio is trying to do here. Now, do they find Anselm? No, they don't. I have a feeling Eversio just want to wait for Igloss to get his power spikes. And there it is, he got a Sterax gauge. He's teleporting in. Dragon will be spawning soon here. Oh no, they find Anselm. It's a lot of damage onto him. And the Cyanide gets 4, but incredible patience here from Eversio. And a nice engage there from Drakur. He did not do that well in lane, but when it comes to finding these angles, he found the flash onto Anselm, ulted him right away. None of that Mel business. Oh, it seems like Eversio wants to go for Baron here. What the hell is going on with the camera? What the... That's directed cam, by the way. Alright. Sorry for the seizure warning there. Eversio are on Baron, and it seems like Berserk are completely oblivious to it. There's the word. They are now notified Baron is being taken, but it's a bit too late, and it does get smited away. So one fight equals one dragon, one Baron, and a big play for Eversio here. Oh, Berserk are on the side here. Maybe they want to find some more picks. No, all of them have pretty much recoiled at this point. Alright, looking a bit grim here for Berserk if you're a Berserk fan, but don't count them out just yet. We are 4k gold down, but we've yet to have a solid fight with the Mel. Oh no, Anselm. Flash for flash traded. That's gonna be a flashless Mel coming into the next fights. Both sides are not letting up here with their aggression. Alright, there's the Scion engage. Iconic dodges it. Can they find more? Berserk are still hungry for more action. Drakur's on the side ready to pull the trigger. There's Drakur, pretty much looking for Anselm on repeat, and they find him again. Staff goes down with him. Eversio are just too good. Iglos on the side here, trying to find some action as well. The tempo they have, the macro orientation, the decision making, the swiftness of executing those decisions leaves a lot to be desired from other teams. Usually when a team of this caliber is up 7k gold, it's not gonna be an easy task to get away from it, but most of the gold is on the Darius and on the Trundle. That's some saving grace, and the Sivir is maybe a little bit more gold away from being able to completely carry these fights. Just needs that infinity edge. I have a lot of Berserk supporters in the chat. They saw they won the first game and they came to see it for themselves. Come on, Berserk. You owe it to the viewers that missed out your first victory. And it couldn't be even better for Eversio here. That's their third mountain dragon. When they have champions like the Scion, like the Darius. Definitely a dragon you would want. An interesting choice, Ventus going for the armor pen item as his second item of choice. He identifies they'll be having more armor from the mountain dragon, so he'll need it earlier than his third item. Small stuff like this, you know, you don't really see that every day on the average AD carry. Let's see it here. We're using the Voliberal defensively, but he still gets Lissandra ulted locked in place. And Eversio want to make a play here for the Baron. Iconic and Igos once again protecting the entrances. Oh, Igos just flashes the wall. He identifies that he needs to be there. Baron secured here from Eversio. Now Astra's looking really low. And down he goes. He's gonna try to deal some damage, but he'll get CC'd and locked in place. This could be the last push here from Eversio. With Jansen trying to deal the last bit of damage, but Awaken dodges it carefully with his own ult. Here comes Tav. And here goes Tav. Ventus up next, and this looks like the last game. Alright, so that's the Eversio we know and love, right? It's what it is. Well played to Berserk. They did a fantastic job. They learned from their mistakes, but they clearly still have a lot more to learn. Eversio, the undisputed GOATs, do it again. And take the victory here, our ICTSA champions.